Okay, so it's a new game called Meet Your Maker, and I'm gonna show how to best utilize traps. I got 3 different styles, as you can tell by the little squares. There's 3 different levels you can do based on the space, so the amount of traps and guards and everything you put on. This is the lightest one. I think that one's called hard, and this one's called, like, I don't know, beast or whatever it is. This was the second one I made, so I'm gonna load that one up, and then I'll probably pull up another one because I'm not super creative with traps. So basically, the traps are sometimes kind of hard to see, but a lot of times they stick out a bit, and they always give you a bit of a delay. So you'll usually be able to block them or do some damage. You can see those 2 little glowy things. That means people have died by my traps. Okay, so here's the first one. It's shoots arrows, and it's kind of more of a decoy one. So when people want to go and destroy it to collect the rewards, there'll be that one down there. And what this one is this one will drop bombs. And this is kind of the first step in what you want to do when you make traps, is that you want it so when somebody... Oops, hold on, let me pull up. I'm going to test it from right here. You want them distracted by the idea of either destroying one of your traps or getting some sort of reward from doing it, so that they're focused on defending or attacking that one, and you have a second trap that will actually do the damage or do the kill to them. Specifically in this one, the bomb one will not only drop it on them, but the bombs themselves also bounce a little bit too. So if they step back a little, it can still potentially kill them. Now what I do is I added a little guy over here, so whether you're walking toward that one or trying to run away from the bombs, he can still see you. And we kill him, and there's another one right there waiting for you, and that's a flyer. They're hornets. These ones will actually fly and try and make space to come and find you. And to be honest, the best way to do them is just to run up and get them, or if you can shoot them from a distance. Now another one on here that you want to try and do in order to make sure you trap them is surprise ones. Hidden around the corner, or also you can put like spikes literally right around here, so they're aiming at either the traps that are kind of far away, and then just kind of walk right into the spike right there. And then also you have your bombs. That one I don't have going off until the second round, so it's just kind of sitting there. But you can go up there and it will trigger. Boom! Do some damage. Now I have it separated. This one, it leads to kind of the reactor. And what the reactor does is kind of gives you a bunch of extra rewards, but that was kind of what I was meant to point out before doing that, is that if you have it right around the corner, you can see, if you lean, you'll be able to see it pretty well. Hold on, let me kill him. If you lean, you'll see it. But if you just kind of run out in order to kill that guy, you get wiped out by that. And if you happen to dodge that one, I had another one set up. So you can do a sort of 3-pronged attack. And the point of that one, I mean, you can just shoot it and take it out, but the whole initial reason is you set up these little lava pits, or I think they're called glow blocks. And when you gotta jump over it, it activates. Pretty simple one to dodge, but it's fun. Now, that one, let's see if we can restart that one. Hold on, let me get back up here. Test again from here. Okay. So that one is a very obvious pit one. And then you can be like, oh, that's stupid. I'll just shoot it. And then you see some reward, or you need to go retrieve your bullets, which is kind of one of the fun parts about this game, is when you shoot your bullets, they get sucked in, you gotta get kind of close to do it. And in doing so, you have another trap set up behind to hit them with. Now we're gonna go back to the beginning. And we're gonna go upstairs. So here's kind of where I did my gauntlet of sorts. So you already have the flame ones right there. You have the hornet. I had him set on a path to kind of go back and forth in an attempt to be able to see the player as soon as you walked around this corner, and obviously that worked. And then on top of that, while he's distracted, not only do you have a guy over here on the left, but you want to try and put traps in places where your employee would your raider will likely not be looking, whether that's behind, right to the side, anywhere that there's a bad guy. Yeah, okay. Oh, and look at that. Even confused myself. So this one, bolts fire through. Now the problem with these is if you have one right here, your bolts will actually destroy traps too. So you have to kind of have them timed so that they don't kill themselves without killing the raider. Or if they step in the right place at the right time, it will kill them. Another good idea is if you have your bomb traps when they drop, if they're on a hill like that, you see they'll roll with your hill down toward the raider. So if the only way for them to escape is down, it'll follow them down there. There's some mods you can put onto them, like making the bombs go further before they explode or go shorter before they explode, so you know they'll explode right as they fall. But I haven't added any of those onto this one yet. So here's another trap. This one again was more of a decoy one, so they see and like, oh well, that one's pretty easy, and they're immediately confronted by not only those ones but the breathing. You heard the sounds in the background that kind of helped further distract them. And now those bombs came from up there, again down the hill, and they bounced and rolled all the way over here when normally they go only about a brick or two or a block or two past where they're supposed to. I have another guy hidden back there with another set of bombs that will trigger. Well, actually it looks like I kind of fucked that one up. But you get the idea. So here's what we're going to do. Well, actually, put back to Bill. We're going to go to a brutal difficulty one. Someone who's a lot better at this than I am. So there's skins, like if you get the Dead by Daylight one as well, the game Dead by Daylight, I think it's number 5. It comes with a skin pack where everything is like mechanical. And it's good, but it's kind of cheating because the traps are basically invisible to those. Even if you're peeking around, it's hard to see them because everything's a dull gray kind of metallic looking thing. Let's see if I can find one on here.
Outpost custodian.
I'm going, jeez. So we'll put a brutal. Let's see if we can find one. You get a little preview right here. Oof. Okay, here we go. This guy looks fun. So we're going to do a quick little, I don't know, run through of what kind of traps they have set up. I went through one where the guy had exactly 0 traps on it, but the whole appeal was is that everything was glass. So you had to actually, it was like a labyrinth. Now these things, I haven't bought in those yet because they're rather expensive, but they shoot a plasma ball wherever you are. Like if I come right over here, shoot me. Not only does it shoot it, but as soon as they hit, oh well that one didn't do it, but they hit and then they explode and they send a little ball plasma that kills anything that touches it. Come on, get me. Man, you guys suck. I got my clips. Okay, let's go find some cool ass traps. Die! Oop, there's that same one that I almost fell for it. So you had the main one. This is a ranged one, so you want to take this out as best as you can, and then obviously to go retrieve your ammo, you now have spikes right here, which will activate when you walk by, and a bomb drop from the roof. I think it's your best option to always peek around before you do it. Oh man, look at this. Die. Die. Yeah, look at that. So if you try and run through, he'll be able to shoot everyone. Now, with Brutal, you have about 4,500 in your capacity, so you have a shit ton of space to put traps in there. Whenever you're building these, there's kind of 2 options. You can either make one with really cramped quarters like that, where it's a single block wide, so all traps are pointed directly at you, including any of the ranged ones. Or you can do a really wide open one, and the benefit of that is if you have a lot of ranged ones like those plasma ball shooters, as well as the Guardians or the Hornets that can fly and they actively try and avoid you while shooting at you, then you have a ton of ranged attacks that are coming at the Raider from multiple different directions, and unless they're, well, I mean, I wouldn't say unless, but if they're good enough, they'll be able to dodge it, but a lot of them won't be able to react in time. So let's see if we can run through this real fast. Nope, I missed. Hey guys. It's always best to use L1 or whatever it is for you. Mine's L1 to use your little grappling hook, because you can always pull up above a different trap. So we'll go this way and we'll see if we can get a little bit further and see what other traps I may have set up in here. Okay, so it looks like he doesn't have the mod to have the plasma balls that have like kind of the aura around them that kill you. But they're pretty brutal. There we go. Hello? Now, once you've been able to level up high enough and get enough resources, you can set practically every trap and every Guardian to have an explosion. So once they've actually come up and destroyed it, it'll start flashing, and it does about, unless you're 2 blocks away, it'll damage you. And it's a one-hit kill, obviously, like everything else in this game. And those are typically used for things like this, where you got a whole row of them, so that you hit one, it'll explode, and it'll cause a chain reaction through a bunch of them. I doubt these ones are actually set up like that, but... Oof. Oh, and he had a whole setup down here. But that's the basic gist of it. I'll probably end up making another one. I'm trying to capture footage right now and get it edited with a better rundown on the traps here. I'm still learning the ropes, but I've been experimenting with this for quite a while now, so I think I have some decent insight on it. So if you want to check that out, just like, subscribe, I don't care. Yeah, okay. Other than that, have a good one.